and we're recording now. So yeah, you want to introduce? Yeah, you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm George and I make videos. There you go. What's that exaggerated laugh? What do you want me to say?
Just George. Hi, I make videos. It's just... Everyone on YouTube is like
what?
that.
What? You think I'm lying? Like,
We're only like 10 seconds into this. I'm already losing it.
I don't know why.
Oh, you should see like our previous episodes of the podcast. I just went full mental because like we were just doing like some really funny stuff. I just went completely berserk. This is like normal for me.
Well, you just laugh at everything.
No, but it's just like we were telling like some really like funny jokes, and then just I just burst out in
But
laughter.
like, what I said wasn't a joke, though.
I know, but it's just like it's just funny because it's just like hi, I'm a dude on YouTube who makes videos, and I assume most people on YouTube make videos.
Don't think I mentioned YouTube.
Hi,
Listen back to it. Say, "Hi, I'm George and I make videos." There you go.
hi, I'm George. I make videos. Hi, I'm Mr. Knife. I make videos too. Well, welcome to the podcast, I guess. Now I've completely lost sight of everything. Jeez. But yeah, go check out George's channel. It'll be linked in the description of the podcast when this goes up. Check him out. He makes awesome content.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So now we're just completely losing track of it. So I did ask out on Twitter if there was like any topics people wanted us to discuss in particular. I didn't get any responses. It's funny because a bunch of people liked the tweet. Nobody responded to it.
That's
Like,
one response.
yeah, there was like one response, and it wasn't really like much. It was like talk
Oh,
about.
okay.
It was pretty much just talk about like Halo or whatever. Because we,
Halo or Half-Life, I
yeah,
guess.
Halo or Half Life,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, okay, I guess we could do that. I mean, both you and me, I think, are big Halo fans.
Yeah. I've only played like a bit of the first Half-Life though, so I can't really comment on that side.
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
It's fine, don't worry. So yeah, I guess we can talk about that. But I don't know. Is there any topics you want to talk about before you get started?
Uh, no, not really. Just talk about Halo.
Alright, so we'll just talk about Halo then. What are we going to talk about
Yeah.
with Halo? This is the thing. It's a bit too vague of a question. Okay. All right. So, anything you want to discuss in particular with Halo then?
Uh, I don't know. Well, the thing is, is that I'm the guest here. Like, you're supposed to be asking me the questions.
Yeah,
That's how
I'm
it works.
supposed to be asking you the questions, and then we get like, oh, just talk about Halo. Okay, what are we supposed to discuss about Halo, guys? You aren't helpful at all. Oh, this is going poorly already. We're not even like 5 minutes. We're not even 4 minutes in. We're already just broken. All right. So what I was hoping we could discuss. All right. I mean, you talk about it quite a bit on your channel about like you have like a whole kind of series about like cool to hate, things that
Oh yeah.
people hate them just because they're like popular. Um,
Hmm.
which I think is pretty true. A lot of people that seems to be like a thing nowadays. If someone likes or dislikes something, other people will like it or dislike it just because, well, someone I liked it or disliked it. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. Do you think there could be other reasons behind why so many things get so much hate? Do you think there's like valid reasons? Do you think there's like what? Just go in detail with it a bit more.
Well, I mean, sorry. I guess it's kind of like a case by case basis. Like, I don't. Did you see the Star Wars one that I
Yeah, I
did?
did. I commented on it
Yeah,
too.
like this. Oh, did you? Oh, sorry, forgot
Yeah, and you
about that.
responded to the comment.
Look, I've got comments to remember. Okay, I can't remember all. But
How dare you not have an infinite memory?
but like in that one, I sort of talk about a variety of things. Like there's some people that will send death threats to like one of the actors or whatever, and
Oh yeah,
it's not it sort of goes beyond the point of just hating it because it's popular, if that makes sense. And
yeah,
then
I
like there's
understand.
people claiming that their opinions are above other people's, and yeah, like I think Star Wars is like the best example of something that's called hate, in my opinion. But
Yeah, because obviously the new films have been very divisive with many audiences.
mm,
Some people like them, some people don't.
yeah,
I'm kind of in between. I mean, I did enjoy The Last Jedi, but at the same time, I feel like having a Star Wars film come out every single year, it's a bit
yeah, I think
oversaturation.
they're doing like after episode 9, aren't they doing like every other year or something?
Yeah, I think so. I think they should
I
go
think
back
I
to
read
doing
that.
that.
Yeah.
Because
Mm.
it's just like Solo, a Star Wars story, comes out literally months after The Last
Yeah.
Jedi. It's a bit too much.
Hmm.
Yeah. But also there was that whole thing you talked about in your video, where it's just like people have this whole idea of like objective criticism of like art, and
Yeah. Yeah. Like brought up Rags and Mauler in particular,
oh, don't worry, they're going
and
to
like
respond to this now with a 10-hour long podcast.
yeah, like I actually watched I watched all of their podcasts responding to like did you see the Right Opinions video on it?
Oh yeah, I did.
On yeah, I watched their breakdown of that, and like their argument against objectivity was like, yes, some of the things we say in our videos are subjective, but others are just straight facts that you can't argue with.
Well, which ones are facts
Like,
and which ones aren't?
like they're arguing that like the fundamental filmmaking is like what's a straight fact, and then something like relating to a character or
Well, how would you define
finding a story.
fundamental filmmaking? See,
So like if there's like any inconsistencies in the plot and stuff, but like even to me I think because they both say in their videos like the Last Jedi is objectively bad, and I think
yeah.
Moore even goes as far as to say like if you think this film is good, you can't call any other film bad or something like
Yeah,
that. It's like
yeah. He says something along the lines of, "If you think The Last Jedi is good, good luck trying to call other films bad."
yeah, that's it exactly. I'm surprised you remember that so well. But
It's because I've seen it pop up so much in like videos nowadays with people responding to it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like I get what he's saying. Like I get the whole filmmaking can be like considered objective in like slight ways, but to say that all round a film is 100% bad and that people who think it's good are wrong is just like, I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah, I mean, like, isn't like the whole point of art to like evoke emotion from you? Like, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
art isn't really based upon like presenting like facts. It's more presented on like evoking a certain emotion out of you, telling a story. And the thing is, people have different criteria on how they judge films. Not everyone views films the same way. Some people watch a film because they want to have a good story. Some people watch it for like the directing and cinematography. Some people watch it for the action. It's just like people have different reasons to watch movies. There is no like definitive way to judge a movie.
yeah, precisely.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just I feel like it's not even just Star Wars. I mean, obviously Star Wars is probably the best example, but it's just a lot of things. I mean, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, for example. A lot of people kind of have like ups and downs with that too.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm fairly mixed on that because I think some films are in the MCU are like great, and then others are just pretty mediocre. None
Yeah.
of them have ever reached like terrible though. I guess like the worst was 4-2.
Yeah.
But even then, that was like if that was to be in like the DC universe, like that would be like the best one. You know what I mean? Like it's so much better than all of them.
Yeah, it's true though. That's sad because
Yeah, yeah,
that's not like kind of like the sad thing. I know this is again slightly off tangent, but yeah, and with that like with your DC video, you perfectly explained like why like most people don't like those movies, and it's pretty much just because of the fact that like one, they're just not very well done movies, and two, it's because they're pretty bad adaptations of the characters we enjoy.
yeah. We should probably just say here like I'm not saying that you're wrong if you
Yeah,
like them,
like when yeah
because otherwise we just look like hypocrites. But
yeah, that's like the thing is just like on YouTube nowadays. Unless I think Ackman said it best. Unless like every 40 seconds you say it's just my opinion, people will attack you.
hmm
Right?
yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely think that is true. I definitely think I don't know what created this kind of like culture of like oh you either absolutely love it or you absolutely hate it, and whichever side you're on, you're wrong. I don't know what created it, but like it needs to stop. Honestly.
yeah. Like I had some people, like you was just saying earlier about how like people go into films with like different expectations for like
Yeah.
different things. Like if they're just looking for a good action film, then they go love something like John Wick or Mission Impossible. And like on my DC video, people commented just saying like, "Oh, we just like the action scenes. We like Superman and whatever." And it's just like, yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, it's fine. You like
Yeah,
the movie, whatever you like. We're not going to take that
yeah,
away from you.
yeah. Like they're all pretty reasonable, aside from this one guy. But yeah,
This one guy who we will not
yeah.
know ever.
I did actually tweet out about it, but
All right, fair enough. But yeah, yeah. I just think like I just think like this is. I'm trying to think of what to say. Because we didn't have this kind of thing like 20 years ago with like movies. It was just a case of either you liked the movie or you didn't.
yeah, but then like YouTube, Twitter, they just didn't exist 20 years ago. So
Well, I mean, the internet was around 20 years ago, but at the same time, it wasn't as like widespread as it is today.
yeah, exactly.
There was like
Yeah.
just a few forums and like, oh, like you like this movie? Oh, you can post your thoughts in this forum or whatever.
hmm
Yeah. But like that's just I don't know, because it might also just be a case of like people have kind of influenced. Like some people have argued like CinemaSins have or like channels like that have kind of influenced this culture of like, oh, we're gonna nitpick the hell out of movies and try and say how they're bad without actually thinking about like why they're bad or whatever.
Yeah. Like I brought up their homecoming one that they did in my latest video, and like I sat through like 5 minutes of that video. It's so bad. It's just
Well,
like the pausing every 3 seconds, just saying like just the dumbest thing. I can't even think of what it was. It was like Tom Holland is like vlogging at the beginning, and they just say, "Oh, he's recording a vlog," and it's just like sin.
yeah, it's
It's
just
like, "Oh,
all you're
okay,
doing is just yeah, like that I think there's this one guy on YouTube. His name's like the Birdman. He does like
yeah,
yeah, he does videos critiquing cinema sins. It's just like he said it best. All they're doing is just telling you what's on the screen and then sinning it. Like what?
yeah," and it's like the excuse. And I actually got a comment saying this. Like he wasn't fully defending them, but he was just saying like, "You realize they're jokes," but it's like, yeah, I know that they're pretending to joke, I guess, but it's like the content you can still critique. It's like you can't just hide behind, oh, it's satire, and
Yeah, I mean, World
it's
War Two
still
was just
bad
satire.
content in my
It's
opinion.
completely above criticism, man. See what I see what I mean? It's just you can't. I completely agree. You can't just be like, oh, you can't criticize this thing because it's just all jokes, it's all comedy. I mean, comedy
Yeah,
can be
it's just a
criticized.
shield. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, nothing is safe from criticism. Nothing. Um, but yeah, honestly, I know there was also like on the recent Spider-Man video, there was like that one guy who had that video, just like this game sucks. All of
Yeah,
you are complete idiots. I hate you
Young
all.
Defiant or whatever his name is.
I'm a,
I'm surprised he hasn't responded yet. I actually kind of want him to, but
his response is probably just going to be, "I hate you all."
yeah, like I'm fairly certain, or I'm pretty certain, like 75% sure that he's a troll, but I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
I don't know.
It just surprised me because like every single video is like dedicated to just to that. Like he did one on Red Dead 2 and stuff. It's like, oh
This
god.
game sucks. I hate you all. That's pretty much his attitude. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think like this kind of like culture of like oh, anybody who likes this thing you suck, or anybody who dislikes this thing you suck. I think that just kind of needs to stop. I mean, it's kind of funny to make fun of it, be like, make jokes about it, but honestly, it's just, nah, I don't like it. I mean, like, but also it kind of like shuts off criticism of like certain things, because like some people be like, oh, if you like this, then like your opinion's invalid. It's just like, but it kind of shuts off like discussion of like movies and like like why like some people might like it. By only listening to one side of like a community and like why they dislike or like it, it kind of shuts off discussion.
Yeah, yeah. Like people are just very close-minded.
In,
Well, a lot of them are.
indeed, yeah, and that doesn't really help anyone. Being closed-minded doesn't, you know, allow yourself to be open. Even if you don't agree with what a person has to say, at least, be open-minded. At least listen to what they have to say. Be respectful, be courteous. You know, I mean, there's plenty of like movies I like. Not many other people like. There's plenty of movies I dislike that many other people like. It's just I'm completely fine with it.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm the same. Like, I just love snakes on a plane, but obviously I know that everyone
I
else
love that
hates that.
movie too. I grew up watching it.
Well, like I love it in like a so bad it's good way,
Yeah,
but you
me
know what I
too.
mean. Like, I still get so much enjoyment out of it, whereas anyone else will probably just shut it off within the first 5 minutes.
I've had enough of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Or demonetize now.
Yeah, well, I allow swearing on the podcast as long as it's not excessive. So I'm yeah. Um, but yeah. In short, discussion. Internet discussion. It's good. Allow yourself to be open to it. Don't shut yourself off from it, and allow yourself to be open to someone else's point of view, even if you disagree with it. This pretty much applies to anything in life, but more specifically movies and video games and entertainment.
Yep.
All right, so the next thing I wanted to discuss was what was it? It was trying to think. I had a list here. I'll pull it up one sec.
Hello.
Halo. Well, what are we going to talk about with that? That's just. This is why you guys. This is why my fans are no help because they don't tell me what specifically I want to talk about. You guys are no help whatsoever, right? I'm done. Okay, here we go. I got a list here, right? Oh wait, no, that's a list from a previous one. What I was gonna talk about next, I guess, was uh, um, what, trying to think. Oh yeah, it was the next thing I was gonna talk about is there was some Avengers 4 news that it was gonna be like 3 hours long. What are your thoughts on that?
Um, will it actually end up being that though?
Yeah, well,
I can't see it being that, but
apparently the cut they have now is 3 hours long.
no, okay. Yeah. I mean, if it's as good as Infinity War, then sure. I don't have a problem with it being
Uh,
3 hours long. Like that's like what hour extra than a typical MCU film.
I mean,
But
Infinity War was 2.5 hours long, so I guess.
okay, so it's not even that much longer then.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, the thing is with me is just like, even if it's a good movie, 3 hours might just be a bit too much anyway. It might just be a bit too much information, like have to be processed by my brain. So, I don't know. It might not be an easy viewing for me.
I mean, I've seen like the Lord of the Rings trilogy so many
Yeah,
times.
me
It's
too.
just like I'm used to it.
Yeah, I have too. But even then,
That long watch film. So
yeah. But even then, it's just like even then, it's a bit too long. I think
yeah, I am surprised by that actually. It's my first time hearing that, but
this time hearing what?
that Avengers 4 is gonna be that long.
Yeah, it's been it was like confirmed or whatever, and
No, okay.
yeah. Although speaking of Marvel, earlier this week there was the death of Stan Lee, and
Rest in peace.
rest in peace, Stan Lee. Thank you for co-creating some of my favorite superheroes. That was very nice of you. Thank you. Um, but yeah, but I don't know. I mean, apparently, like Avengers 4, there was like some rumors that it was going to be set like 5 years after Avengers Infinity War. So, I don't know, we'll just wait until it comes out, I guess.
I guess so.
I guess so. I mean, like, in total runtime, that with Infinity War and like Avengers 4, that would be 5 hours total of movies. So that's a bit. It'd be 5.5 hours
But
actually.
then, what are there, like 25 Marvel films currently? Like
Yeah,
21 or something? So,
yeah. It's like there's like 21 Marvel films, and it's like coming up to like James Bond levels of like being so successful. In fact,
yeah, yeah.
it's actually like the most successful film franchise ever. So
What, like officially now?
yeah, officially,
Oh, didn't know that.
yes, it has made so much money. And yeah, but rest in peace, Stanley. There's not really much more I have to say about that. Um, Next thing we were going to talk about was you said you were working on a review for a particular Marvel game, Spider-Man PS4.
Game?
Wait, well, I thought you said you were working on like a review for like a game or something. Or
Yeah, review of the MCU actually. It's
oh,
not a game.
well,
Yeah.
you posted a picture of like a Funko Pop Spider-Man, so I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be a review of Spider-Man PS4 or whatever.
Oh no, my next video is a game review, yeah. But
I
that was just in response to it was just bumping up my video, so I just included the Spider-Man image, so
okay. So what's the next game review then?
it's going to be on Overwatch.
Overwatch. Interesting.
It should be. I'm scared that like people are gonna hate me. Like I'm
Oh, why do you
fairly
dislike it
neutral on
or
the game.
something?
I won't say anything here, but all I'll say is that I think the game's fun. I just think it has a lot of problems that I'll be addressing. So either people will just go love me for it because it's like they will agree with me on some things and perhaps disagree a little bit on others. But I don't know. All around, I'm scared that I'm going to get like hate from both sides
Yeah.
because I'm like too neutral.
Well, that's going to be the new episode. Cool to hate people who don't like Overwatch. Yeah. That's kind of interesting. You're doing a review of an online game, which like, is that something you usually do?
I did one before on Loadout.
Loadout.
It's like yeah. It was a fairly like short review, and I think this one will be too.
All right,
I think
fair
it's going
enough.
to be like 6-7 minutes long. So
Yeah, that sounds like a good time. Not too long.
yeah. Like I prefer having videos around that length personally, but
But some people prefer long length, some people prefer short length. It just really depends because like sometimes you want to go a bit more in depth with some things, but at the same time you don't always want to because it can like oversaturate the video and make it a bit boring to watch at times. So
yeah.
I think 6 to 7 minutes, that's a good length.
Yeah, I think that works better for me personally. But then for someone like Joseph Anderson, like
Makes a
20 hour
3 hour
long.
video on God of War.
Yeah, but like I prefer that, and I think that works for his kind of style. But for me, it's more like this short, snappy, get to the point kind of stuff. But
Yeah. I mean, the longest video I made was 51 minutes long. So, it was,
that was the Max Payne one, right?
yeah, it was the Max Payne 2 video.
Yeah.
The next video I'm working on, I know this is, I know we're getting a bit off of me, but next video I'm working on, it'll be out by the time this podcast is out. This podcast will be out after it because the video is coming out like this Monday. It's a review on Half-Life because it's the 20-year anniversary for it on Monday. So, 20-year anniversary. Gotta talk about it.
Halo's 17th recently.
Oh yeah, Halo's anniversary was 17th, and so was
Yeah.
Xbox because Xbox released the same day as Halo.
hmm
So 17 years of Halo. It's a pretty good franchise, and Halo Infinite's coming out probably sometime next year. Who knows? Future is unknown. So after that, what else was I gonna ask? This is the issue with me, is that this is why, followers, you should give me suggestions for ideas, because otherwise I just run out of things to say. All right. Next time you better respond to it, okay? Because otherwise I'm gonna come down there I'm gonna revive Randy Savage from the dead, and I'm gonna get him to beat you up. All right.
Okay.
Just gets me to the boiling point. All right. So this is a thing I did for a while ago on the podcast, but since you're like a new guest, I'll ask you the question: is there any like movies, video games, or whatever you're looking forward to currently?
um, Halo Infinite, I suppose.
All right, good choice.
Obviously, I think we need to know a lot more about it first. So I'm still like kind of skeptical. Like I know that from the teaser trailer, everyone is just like thinks it's automatically going back to its roots just because of the old Master Chief um, armor. But yeah,
Yeah, it could just be an art style change. It could be the gameplay is exactly the same as Halo
yeah,
Five.
exactly. That's what I'm worried about. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. I'm hoping Halo Infinite's pretty good. But it is at the same time nice to see some positivity within the Halo community because it's been
Oh
quite
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
it's been quite negative for a while. So it's nice to have it, get some positivity in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Any other things? Any other video games you're looking forward to?
Um, I don't think so. Like, I'll be honest, I don't really play too many video games. Like, I'm not invested in like that many franchises.
Fair enough. That's fine. In terms of movies, are there any movies you're looking forward to?
Avengers 4, obviously.
All right.
Um, the next Spider-Man film. Just all
Yeah.
Marvel movies.
What-
Star Wars Episode 9. I'm interested to see how that turns out.
Yeah, how the story ends, at least for this trilogy.
Yeah, yeah. It's Abrams again, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
This
It
one, yeah.
is. Which I think is a safe choice, but at the same time,
Yeah, yeah.
it should turn out at least good. I enjoyed Force Awakens, so it should turn out
Yeah,
just fine.
same. I thought that was great.
I did.
Um,
Yeah.
no others I can think of off the top of my head, but I'm sure there are if I looked at a list.
Yeah. Well, that's just the thing. Sometimes we just forget about certain movies. Yeah. Well, thank you for your input. Next thing I was gonna ask. We're going through these topics way too quickly. um, Next thing I was gonna ask.
No, I think we're good. I think we're doing good.
Yeah. No.
Had
It's
some good cool to hate discussions and
yeah.
talked about Marvel for a bit.
Yeah,
Doing well.
the thing is with me is just like when it comes to like doing these podcasts, like the minimum length I would like it to be is at least like an hour long. We're already like half an hour through, so it's only. But at the same time, the maximum it'll be is like 2 hours because just like after 2 hours, it's just like that's way too much.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's just close enough to an hour long, say it ends up being like 58 minutes, I really don't mind. It's close enough, I guess.
hmm
But the thing is that like sometimes we just kind of run out of things to say, and so we just kind of babble on for a bit. So you know, I guess what we could talk about next. Trying to think.
Halo.
This is gonna become like a meme now. Just Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like something that no, actually, okay. Now you've given me something to talk about. All right, that's gonna be. People keep making memes about me and Max Payne 3 because I hate that game so much, and people keep like making jokes about me in that game, especially one of the other guys I do the podcast with, Baggy Spartan 117, and it's just. I find it funny, but at the same time, it annoys the hell out of me because I'm just like, I really don't like this game. They keep making me.
How are you getting memed? I haven't come across these yet. I follow him on Twitter, but I
Well,
haven't come across any of these.
like you might miss them sometimes, but because they send them like usually like directly to me, but it's just the case like they make jokes about like how I secretly love this game and it's like my favorite game ever. It's funny, but it's just kind of frustrating because it's just I really don't like this game. Stop trying to tell me I do. So yeah, that's just one thing I just find absolutely hilarious. But now this is gonna become the new meme. It's just like, it's just gonna become like, hey, we haven't got anything to talk about. Halo, I guess. That's gonna
Can
become.
everyone please comment Halo? Just no context. Just comment Halo.
Yeah, just
There you
comment
go.
Halo in the comment section. First person to comment Halo gets.
A gift card.
Yeah, be sure
I
to join my
missed no.
freak. Yeah, be sure to join my free gift card giveaway at 9. Oh yeah, that's another thing I just hate on YouTube is these like they claim these gift cards to be like free gift cards. First off, they're probably just going to use them on themselves. They're probably just faking that they're giving them away. It's probably all
Oh
just
yeah, definitely. You talk about like Derv and people like that. Well, I don't think he's that relevant these days, is he?
I don't know who that is to be honest.
Oh really? Oh,
No, I don't.
he was like the biggest gift card giveawayer.
Hmm.
Card giveaway.
Gift card giveaway. That's not even a word, but yeah, we'll go with it. But
It is now.
he is now. Yeah, that like I don't know. I mean, that's the thing with like YouTube content. It just kind of dies off eventually. Like pranks, for example, on YouTube. They used to be like really
Oh
popular like
yeah.
5 years ago. Now they're dead.
hmm
Oh, excuse me.
Reaction videos.
Oh yeah, reaction. Well, reaction videos. There's still quite a bit of people doing them, but yeah, they're certainly not like as big as
Like
they were.
nowhere near to the scale though. Like, do you remember Jinx or
Oh yeah, I remember
Jinx
Jinx.
Reload? Yeah.
Think about the children, guys.
I think we could get to, like 1,000 views per video now.
Yeah, that's
Like
like
two
that's
mil
the.
sub channel.
Oh yeah, that's the
Kind of
thing.
embarrassing.
Yeah, that's like the thing. It's just like this is why I don't really like to jump on trends. Is because trends die eventually. No matter how long it takes, trends will eventually die.
Definitely. Yeah.
Like back in like 2007, what was popular on YouTube? Call of Duty commentaries. Like, you see any Call of Duty commentaries now? Well, if so, there's very few of them. Died off. Then next you got like Minecraft Let's Players, like Sky does Minecraft, which he used to
hmm
get like millions of views on his videos. Now he gets barely like 50,000.
He's not uploading to that channel anymore, though, is he?
Well, like back, I don't know, but
Is
like
it like yeah, but like his music stuff is like doing really well.
yeah, his music stuff. But in terms of like Minecraft stuff, I think he kind of realized yeah that stuff's dying off now. Now then we got like prank videos, then we got reaction videos. Now we got Fortnite. Fortnite's gonna die off
hmm
eventually.
Yeah, eventually. But I think like with Fortnite, at least it can transition into something else. Like there's going to be other, royale related stuff, even if it's not that specifically.
Yeah,
Like Blackout is like similar, isn't it?
yeah.
So
That was one thing I really didn't understand. I mean, I understand it, but I don't really think. I hated the idea of like, hey, let's remove the campaign out of Call of Duty, something that's been in Call
oh
of Duty
yeah,
since day
yeah.
one. It's literally been in Call of Duty since the first game in the series. All right, and
hmm
now, sorry if my voice sounds a bit robotic, the connection's going a bit weird. But and now we're going to remove it just to keep up with modern times. In which case, this mode is going to be outdated in about 10 years, and no, the server's going to go down. No one's going to be able to play it. Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the thing. This is why I kind of like. I don't have an issue with games having both single player and multiplayer, but I think if you're gonna do that, you should probably put more focus into the single player because like that's gonna be what's left of the game after the server shut down. Because just like the multiplayer will die out eventually, like the single player is all gonna be all that's left of the game.
Don't most people like skip the COD campaign? So like
Um,
I never did personally, but like I know that all my friends did.
I-
Like I'd still be playing it, and they'd be inviting me to lobbies and stuff.
yeah, a lot of people did. Only around like don't know like where exactly this statistic is from. So take this with a grain of salt. But I heard somewhere it was around like only like 30% of people who play Call of Duty play the campaigns. But even so, because Call of Duty sells like 20 million copies, that's still quite a bit. Even if it's only just 30%, that's still quite a few million people that are playing it.
But then if those 30% also play multiplayer and care about that more, then it's kind of like
Yeah, true. But
But I agree with you in that I think Black Ops 4 should have, but it's not like it's more about what the consumers want, I suppose.
Yeah,
Because we are talking about Activision here, unfortunately. So
yeah.
it's
Activision.
just like
Thank
I
you, Activision, for
understand.
Destiny.
I understand why that is the case, but yeah,
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's just I mean, like I know, like a lot of people try and like say like single player games are dead. They're far from dead, obviously.
oh yeah,
We
definitely.
have games
Like
like God of
Red
War.
Dead is like yeah,
Yeah, we have games like God of War, Red Dead, Spider Man, all which all broke like world records for like fastest
hmm
selling game ever. It's just clearly they're not dead, but at the same time, it's just a case. I think it's because like developers only started caring about the multiplayer and like making the game last as long as possible because they want the kind of longevity of the game instead of the game actually
yeah,
being
yeah.
good. Because they couldn't care about the quality of it. Like they want it to like last as long as possible. That's why they keep putting microtransactions and like they keep putting like items behind a huge grind because they know like I mean, like you go back to year like 2004 with like a game like Halo 2. Like Halo 2 didn't have to have any of that stuff. It lasted a long time simply because it was just a fun game. It didn't need to have microtransactions or like you need to get to like level 50, which takes like 4,000 hours so you can unlock something. No, it lasted a long time, and the multiplayer lasted for like 6 years or so because it was such a fun game. It didn't need like any of this unnecessary stuff to last long.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like a lot of people still buy and replay that campaign now.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
despite it being like a pretty hellish development, Halo 2 turned out pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
hmm
but also like the thing is with Call of Duty, since it releases yearly, chances are people this game's going to be outdated within like the next year. People are going to just move on to the next game. This game's going to be forgotten about.
That's always been the case with Call of Duty though, to be fair. Like as soon as like Black Ops 2 came out, no one played MW3.
That is true.
Like you know what I mean?
Even though I
I
did
think
like
that has always
MW3.
been the case. Oh yeah, yeah, I liked it too. I'm just saying that like everyone has always played the most recent one, even if they've preferred the older ones.
Yeah, I mean, because of the fact that like a new game releases like every year, people are just gonna jump ship, and then like the previous one's gonna be forgotten about for the most part. So it's just like you're trying to make this game. Excuse me. You're trying to make this game for the sake of longevity, but at the same time, it's going to be outdated like really quickly. So I don't see the point.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I know it's like different developers making the game, but at the same time, it's just like you got to think like quality versus quantity. Like I think this should kind of be like a wake up call for like Call of Duty. Just be a case of like, hey, since our game's probably only going to be relevant for a year, let's try and make it a damn good year instead of trying to make it last 5 years with like five other Call of Duty games.
That's the thing though, is it just always sells copies. Like no matter what, people will just always buy it.
Even though
Like Black Ops 4's. Sorry, go on.
Oh yeah. I was sorry to interrupt, but I was just saying, like, even though, like, yeah, it sells a lot of copies, it has been selling less ever since Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 made a crap ton of money, and ever since then, it's still been making quite a lot of money, but it has been declining.
It's still not to the point now where I think they'll just give up and just start posting them like once every 5 years. Like I could never see that happening.
Nah, I couldn't
But
see that happening either. But I don't know. I just think, you know, plus like it's a case of there's like Battlefield 5 coming out as well. It's just like I like first person shooter games, but I think there's an oversaturation of them. I've said that word so much in this podcast. Oversaturation of like too many, like there's too many first person shooters. And why do they always
yeah,
release
yeah.
towards the end of the year? Like you think they would figure this stuff out, be like, okay, we'll have this release this year, so it doesn't. We'll have this release in like this month towards the beginning of the year, so it doesn't interfere with this game's sales, and so we don't get, we don't have to try and rival this game. It can just be its own thing.
hmm Yeah, that's why I struggled with the question earlier when you were like, "What games are you looking forward to?" 'Cause it's like they're all either already out or
Yeah,
going to be announced and coming out next year. So
yeah, I understand that, but I think it's just a case of like there's like hundreds of games that release like every year, but only like maybe like 10% of well, I'll say like thousands of games that release every year. Only like a certain amount of those games will be actually any good whatsoever. There's been some terrible games released this year, as we all know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Down the Freeman. But I think what I'm just trying to say is that like I think we kind of need to do like something different or at least something better with this with like already established franchises. Like Call of Duty's like doing like it went back to like World War II for a bit, and then it went back to the futuristic stuff, and then it's like it's trying to do like a million.
That's like the problem though. It's like the only reason like the World War II game came out is because that's what people wanted,
Yeah, and then
and
it
like
turned out
that
to be
turns
crap.
out. Yeah, but that's what I mean. Is that's why it's like I can see the struggle there because you're getting so many requests from people asking you to make this specific game, and then when that game doesn't live up to their expectations, then it's like the worst thing ever. And you need to go back again. It's like, I can understand why that's hard for them to make this perfect game that's going to appeal to everyone and be the best thing ever.
Well, when you try and appeal to everyone, you end up appealing to no one.
Exactly, and that sums up Destiny.
Yeah, that perfectly sums it up because it's just like Destiny. What does it want to be? It wants to be an open world game, yet it's really small. It wants to be the kind of game where you explore, yet there's very little to explore. It wants to be the kind of game that has like huge, like
In-depth story.
yeah, an in-depth story. Yet most of it's hidden behind grimoire cards.
Yeah.
Stupid idea. Like if I have to leave the
PvP.
game and read like grimoire cards on like my computer in order to like understand the story, you've messed up at storytelling, bro.
Hmm.
Um, does it want to be? It wants to be like a first-person shooter with like progressive levels and all. It just
It's got competitive play. It's just got everything, and it's
yeah,
like none of it's good.
yeah. The expression I
In my
use is
opinion, my subjective opinion. Okay,
yes.
this is not fact that I'm saying right now. If you enjoy it, it's fine.
Hey guys, I'm here to tell you this is all just our opinions. Yeah. But the expression I use is like trying to jam like too many cookies into a jar. They just end up crumbling like on top of
Mhm.
each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it just ends up being just a complete mess. Like you want like I'd rather have 5 good cookies than like 10 crumbled up cookies, and that are all just horrible.
Hmm.
It's just too much.
Perfect analogy.
Perfect analogy. Um, but I know but it doesn't even really just apply to video games. It kind of applies to movies too. Going back to movies, it's just like we have like so many superhero films releasing like every year now. We have like 3 Marvel films a year now. That's just crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I think they've like calmed down a bit recently, though, haven't they?
Um,
Like the gap between Ant-Man and the Wasp or whatever it's called and Captain Marvel. Like
yeah,
how long is that? 6 months or something?
yeah, that was like 6 months. It's coming out
Yeah.
like
Because
whenever.
it's like at a point where it was looking like it was going to be every other month or something. We get a new Marvel film.
Yeah,
It's
which
calmed down a little bit.
we've already had like 3 Marvel movies this year. We've had Black Panther, we've had Infinity War, and we've had Ant-Man and the Wasp. Only 2 of those were any good. So, yeah, it's kind of hard.
I haven't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, so I can't comment. Is that the one you're saying is bad though? Or
No, that one's good.
oh really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's really good, and I like the inclusion of
Do
the
you not
Wasp.
like Black Panther then?
I don't like Black Panther. I think it's very boring.
I think it's boring too. I just wouldn't say it's bad. I'd say it's more mediocre. But
Yeah, I didn't like it whatsoever because clearly I'm a racist. I just don't like it because I. Yeah, that was like the thing on the internet. That was like a thing when it came out. It was just
yeah,
like if you don't like it, you're racist. No, it can't just be a
what does that
case.
make me then? If I just thought it was boring,
You're
half racist.
yeah, you're half racist. No,
Okay.
no, no. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm not racist. I just hate every single thing equally. I hate black people as the same as I hate white people. I am not racist. I hate everything equally. Okay, that's a terrible joke. But yeah, that's another thing I hate on the internet is just when they do that. That's another discussion. I'm not going to get into that, but I hate that.
Nah, no, it's a bit controversial. That.
Yeah, it's not worth it at this point. It's a bit too political. But yeah, like I just think like it's gonna end up like first we just had like one Marvel movie every year, then we have two, then we have three. It's gonna end up being like four, five, six Marvel movies a year.
Hmm.
I think they need to like calm down a bit. Like maybe like since like Infinity Wars, like we already have like Avengers 4 and Captain Marvel next year, so maybe they'll just go back to making two movies a year. Who knows? Well, they also have the new Spider-Man movie coming out next year too. So, but also that was like another thing I kind of wanted to say is just a case of the issue is you're making so many movies about these characters, but the issue is because we know they're already going to be in the next movie because they have contracts for like six other movies. It's kind of hard for us to feel any like tension for the character because we all know they're going to be around in the next movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get that.
Yeah, I mean, like Spider-Man dies in Infinity War. Spoilers, by the way. Spider-Man dies in Infinity War, and then he's gonna be back in the next movie. He'll be just fine.
Yeah, no, I know. It's like you just see Spider-Man Far From Home. It's like, oh, okay, he didn't die then.
Yeah, yeah. He's definitely
It's just
dead, kiddos. Um, but yeah, it's like kind of the same issue I had with Batman vs Superman. It's just like you kill off Superman in like the second movie. The issue is that they're never gonna kill off Superman again because they already did that thing, which means that
Mhm.
Superman's pretty much never gonna have be in. It's not gonna be any tension.
Mhm.
They already killed him
Like,
off.
what are they even doing with that now? Because like obviously Henry Cavill left, didn't he? So
Yeah, he got fired.
they just gonna get a new Superman, or
Well, they said they wanted like Michael like B. Jordan or whatever, like like the dude who played like
is this gonna be like another universe, or is it just gonna be
who
within the
who
DCU?
who knows? I mean, like with DC nowadays, it's just a complete like train wreck to the point where
Yeah.
it's like trying to pick up like the pieces like of like the train wreck. It's just like which one goes into which. It's just we don't know. It's such a big mess. How does this
Yeah.
fit together?
I'm looking forward to Aquaman though.
Yeah, it comes out in December
Yeah. I
next month.
can't wait to make a video on that.
It's shit, guys.
Yeah, that's just gonna be the video.
Yeah, that's
That's all
just
I'm gonna say.
yeah. It's literally just going to be a 5 second video. Don't go and see this movie. It's complete shit. Yeah. Although we do have the new Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie coming out like next month. That should be pretty
Oh
good.
yeah, yeah, I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, they have Nicolas Cage in it.
Anything with Nicolas Cage is good.
Anything of it. I want to take his face off. His face off. I mean, he was in Ghost Rider, and like that was like
Yeah.
the moment we had like his biggest freak out. It's just like he's just going nuts in that film.
I actually haven't seen either of them yet.
Oh, okay. They're fun to watch just because of Nicolas Cage, especially the second one. There's like two scenes in the second one with Nicolas Cage. I'm pretty sure this was just like the cameras just kept rolling on set, and like this was something they just decided, we'll just keep in the film. I honestly couldn't see this being in an actual script because he just goes absolutely ballistic. He just goes nuts. When I watched it in the
I
cinema,
definitely need to see them now.
yeah, you should go see it just to see Nicolas Cage freak out because just like when I saw that in the cinema, I literally was just like, "Is this a blooper or something?" But that just ended up in the film because honestly, like, what is this? He's just screaming at people like constantly. Um, but yeah, hopefully, like, because they're like, I mean, Marvel, I guess, are going to be doing like animated movies more now. I guess. I mean, because DC is known for doing a lot of animated movies. Marvel is too, but not to the extent of DC. So I guess they're trying to tap into that as well and try and,
Yeah, yeah, I suppose so.
because that's a big
But
market.
I am looking forward to Spider-Verse, so I
Yeah,
think that looks really
me too. Even though like there's like a bunch of theories about it that I'm not too sure about. There's like this one theory that states like the Peter Parker in that movie is the Tobey Maguire one.
good. But like,
No.
no, because I was seeing tweets about this where they're like, "Oh, I wonder if Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland will appear in this." And it's like, no, because they all play Peter Parker. Peter Parker's one character in this film. Like,
Yeah. Like literally, they were saying like, oh, like this is the same Spider-Man from the Tobey Maguire films because in the trailer they made a few references to like,
oh yeah, yeah, like the train. train scene.
Yeah, and
But
I was just like, well, these are probably just references. They probably just don't mean anything. They're probably just like, hey, remember Spider-Man 2 14 years ago? That was a good movie. Remember that, guys? It's probably just a
hmm
reference. It's probably not.
yeah, yeah.
Probably doesn't mean anything, if I'm being honest. Um, I don't know, but I am looking forward to it. I hope it turns out good. Because if it does, it means that, we'll probably get more films from it, which would be more Marvel films a year. And as we all know, we need more Marvel films. There's not enough of them.
I'd like more Marvel films like this though,
Yeah, it's just creative, unique
like
ideas.
non-MCU stuff.
Yeah, because I feel like since they don't have to be a part of the MCU, they can kind of do more creative
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
There's
hmm
a lot more potential they can have for themselves. They can kind of be like their own things. Um, yeah, that was that's pretty much all I had to say about it. Moving on from that, I guess. What else was there I wanted to talk about?
Halo.
Don't make this a meme. I already have enough people
I'm
complaining
making
about
it.
Max Payne 3.
I'm making it a meme.
No, guys,
That's what I'm
please
doing.
help. I'm gonna try and find something I could talk about. But yeah, honestly, guys, help me. This guy's gonna torture me with Halo.
Halo.
This is what even is this podcast now? We've half of it is just me laughing hysterically. The next 25% of it is us having actual good discussion, and then the other 25% is just me just stumbling around what do we talk about? What do we talk about? I don't know. It's just.
Isn't that every podcast on YouTube though?
Yeah, that's pretty much every podcast on YouTube.
So there you go.
I mean, I know. I mean, there's plenty of things I could talk
Hey,
about, but
we're better than H3, so.
what? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Oh yeah, I got one idea. I got one idea. This isn't really something. I'm pretty sure this is just a joke. Talk about science.
What was that a suggestion?
Yeah, a suggestion from I don't know how to pronounce his name. Dasha Year Free. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a foreign name, but yeah. Talk about science. What is there to say about science? I don't know.
Science in Halo?
No, honestly, dude, stop it. You're killing me. Um, no, this is something that whenever we run out of things to say, we usually just make a bunch of jokes about Mexicans on our podcast.
What?
We actually do. One.
Okay.
No, on one of them, I was just doing a weird Mexican accent, and we were just laughing hysterically. I was just doing a bunch of Mexican versions of popular movie characters, and
Do one now.
which character do you want me to do a Mexican impression of?
I'm trying to think of a Mexican character.
It doesn't even have to be a Mexican character. It's funnier if it's not.
What? Just any character from anything?
Just any character whatsoever. Just I'll do a Mexican accent of it right now.
Master Chief from Halo. Halo. That's what he's from.
No, he's from Halo Combat Evolved, not Halo. Get it right, son.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, no, he wasn't even from Halo Combat Evolved. He was from Halo: The Fall of Reach.
I need to see that still.
Oh yeah, the animated movie of Fall of Reach barely has anything to do with the book. It has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with the Fall of Reach whatsoever. Nothing. It's just false
I've
advertising.
heard that what is there now? 3 movies. There's Halo Legend.
Yeah, which was anime
Fall
and all
Reach,
that.
And what's the other one? I think there's another one I'm forgetting.
No, I can't remember any other ones.
But I've heard that they're all supposed to be bad. So
Halo Legends is pretty good, man. Halo Legends is cool. It's awesome.
it looks cool, art style wise. But
Yeah, I mean,
I've
if you're not a
heard
fan
some
of
bad
anime, you probably
things,
won't
but-
like it. But if you're a weeb like me, then you'll enjoy it. Yeah, but anyway, I was supposed to do Mexican Master Chief. What's the line I could say in
go for it.
Mexican accent? Trying to think, what's a good line? Hey puto, I need a weapon.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Can you just cut the whole podcast and just upload that clip, please?
Yeah, I'll do that like later. I'll just cut everything else out. In fact, that'll be the whole podcast. All right, that's all it'll be. Just
Yeah.
like be like 5 seconds. Hey, puto, I need a weapon.
And then after that, just play a compilation of me saying Halo. There you
Yeah.
go.
That would be absolutely hilarious, honestly. But honestly, I like this is literally us, all right? We just make a bunch of jokes about crocodiles, about Mexicans. We just talk about the weirdest stuff once we have like nothing to talk about. Like this is why I'm concerned about having like other people on the podcast. Just like, well, like with them, what would I do like if I ran out of things to say?
Just do that impression.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah, just
Just
do
keep doing it.
yeah, just do Mexican
Keep doing
voice.
it till it reaches the hour mark. There you
Yeah.
go.
Okay. Yeah. We'll just do. Well, actually, it is coming up to it's coming up to 57 minutes, so it's like close enough to an hour. So we could end it soon if you wanted.
I'm good to keep going if you are.
Oh yeah.
But
Well, I'm too, but at the same time, it's just like I don't know what else there is to say. So if there is any other topics you would like to discuss or any like you would could bring to the table, that would be appreciated.
Halo,
Apart from Halo,
Halo 2,
not Halo anything. Honestly, nothing Halo. Nothing.
Halo.
Honestly, okay, this is the standard gift. This is I should have done. I should have got like pissed off in like a Mexican voice. Hey, puto, you stop pissing me off, man. Okay, I don't want to talk about Halo. Honestly, this is just become complete madness. We started off by having a decent discussion about like movies and art and like games we're looking
No,
forward to.
no, the start was the worst. The start was the worst bit.
Yeah, we were just like, what the
Definitely.
hell are we talking about? We're just going to talk about Halo. My followers are no help whatsoever. I hate you all. I hate everyone. I hate everything in the universe. I hate everything. I run that channel now. All right. I just hate. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start a fight with everything in the universe. I'm gonna start a fight with Mars. All right. I'm gonna fight Mars bars, and then I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight every Mexican whatsoever. I'm gonna fight all crocodiles. I'm gonna fight everything. I'm gonna shoot every single movie ever.
Are you okay?
I'm pretty sure I'm fine.
Oh.
I did. I ask you on this podcast because I think we're gonna have a good discussion, and then it ends up with me saying I'm gonna destroy crocodiles. What the? Honestly, what have I done? I apologize to every single Mexican I've offended. I apologize to every single crocodile I've offended. Right? I apologize to every movie I've threatened to shoot. I apologize to everything, honestly, and honestly, I apologize to George here because what have I done, man? I've brought you on here, and now you're just sitting here listening to a man talk about how he's gonna kill crocodiles.
That is literally what I'm doing. Yes.
Yes, what have I done? Honestly, I still feel so bad for doing this now.
Halo.
Oh, that is it. All right. Next time you mention Halo, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna shoot myself in the bollocks like repeatedly, like just like 20 times. All right. It's not gonna be a drinking game. All right. Instead of a drinking game, guys, every single time he says Halo, all right, shoot yourselves in the dick for 5 minutes straight. All right.
Halo, 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 Halo.
And reproduction rates reduced by about 1 billion%. Honestly, we have hit the 1 hour mark now, so we are over an hour now. Now, do you want to keep going?
Yeah, sure. We could talk about Halo if you wanted.
Okay, honestly now, I'm gonna shoot my. Next time he says Halo, I'm ending the podcast. All right.
Thank you for watching, and Halo.